Netflix has brought us a new series called Love, Death Plus Robots, and they partnered up with David Fincher, the avant-garde filmmaker who's given us all kinds of really cool but maybe sometimes creepy crawly entertainment, and that kind of fits with the mood and the vibe of Love, Death Plus Robots. This is a series of micro episodes. This is 18 episodes. None of them are that long. Maybe the longest is around 15 minutes or so. It feels incredibly experimental, and it's a really, it's a showcase for all kinds of different animation styles. The animators have been given free rein to get as gritty and grimy and as violent and overtly sexual as they want. You're gonna see a lot of boobs, you're gonna see a lot of penises in this thing, and you're gonna see a ton of gore.
Stop being a whiny pussy.
Lots of things are getting hacked off, and heads will be crushed, and people are gonna get skewered and devoured and exploded, and it kind of played for me like a little bit of an animated heavy metal magazine almost. You know, heavy metal has a long history of being sort of an adult oriented cartoon or comic booky type of experience, and that's what this series does. And it examines our fascination with technology. There's shades of stuff that we've seen in Ghost in the Shell and Matrix and all kinds of other stuff in here. A lot of people hunted down by some really gross evil throughout these different series. One of them that stands out is this woman looks through a window and she sees another woman being murdered, and then she's chased by the killer, and they go through weird sex clubs and all kinds of stuff, and she's naked for the whole thing. And then I'm not going to reveal the twist, but the animation style was incredible, and they play a lot in this series. Even though the animation styles are completely different, they play a lot with getting close to photoreal and animating faces and animating body movements in a kind of a hyper-real, super kinetic kind of sense, and it's extraordinary. It's amazing work. Even if you're repulsed by some of the content within these little micro stories, it's hard to quibble with the fact that there is just some extraordinary work in there. And it isn't just all of this, you know, line-drawn comic booky or sort of hyper-real type stuff in there too. There's some more traditional anime-style things where this robot that transforms into this kind of animal becomes a robot later on. There's a robot sort of vacuum cleaner that becomes incredibly sentient and a little bit more powerful, and then gets into creating beautiful artwork. And we go on a whole journey through this artist's viewpoint of the universe. Some trippy stuff. I'm trying not to spoil any of the little pieces in here. I really dug this one where there were a bunch of these, farmers that had these giant mech suits, and they get this alien invasion that comes at them, and they got to deal with it. And so they jump into their suits, and they're wiping out all of this alien infestation. I thought that was really well made. And actually, there's episodes like that where you're like, man, I wish this could be fleshed out and become a full feature. That would be really cool. I also like the one where Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Topher Grace are actual live action participants in this animated vid, where they open their freezer and there's like this little tiny civilization that's growing inside of their freezer, and it escalates through time super quickly. Some interesting ideas there for sure. Overall, I think this series is worth investing your time into. Be prepared to be a little squeamish during some points and maybe pissed off a little bit. There's some horrific stuff that happens to people in here, and not all of it is cool with me, you know? Like, I was like, okay, that just felt wrong, and I felt gross, and I kind of needed to take a shower.
Okay, bud, we're gonna get through this.
But the cool thing is that it's not a massive time investment, and nothing really overstays its welcome. I think these little shorter bursts of entertainment, even if it's entertainment that challenges you, keeps you compelled. And you can kind of walk away and then go back, because it's an anthology series, so you're not really following a plot line. So you can just jump in for a little bit, be challenged, walk away, think about it, and then go back and watch it all. And that's kind of how I consumed this first season. It's a very interesting exercise, and I applaud Netflix for going forward with this. Damn fine work by the animators and the artists and the actors as well. I mean, this is a true showcase of some really terrific talent. I'm going to give Love, Death Plus Robots an 8 out of 10.